Imagine you're in Galapagos. It's 6 a.m., nobody's there, and it's just quiet and peaceful. You hear the ocean and you slowly walk towards it. And one by one, you let the water consume your body until you're all the way under. It's peaceful and quiet, and you swim further and further. Slowly, you see something coming towards you. What is that? It's like furry and it's coming towards you, and you get scared because you don't know, is it gonna bite me? Is it gonna hurt me? So you're thinking about going back to the shore, but you're curious, and then you come face to face with a baby sea lion. You see these big, curious, glittery eyes just staring at you, and all it wants to do is play. And you have this emotion of you want to hug it and just love it, but at the same time, you're scared it's going to bite you, so you want to go back to the shore. That was me 2 years ago when I visited the Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos Islands changed me forever because it was an inspirational trip that I will never forget. Somebody else that was inspired by these islands was Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was the inventor of the theory of evolution. And the reason that I'm bringing up Galapagos is because he specifically was inspired by the Galapagos Darwin Finches, which is what we call them today. See, he found it so inspiring that they were able to evolve from generation to generation. They were able to evolve their beaks according to their hunting source. So whatever they were eating at that time is how they formed their beaks. So if one side of the island was filled with insects, the beak was able to hunt insects. And if on another island by the Galapagos region there was more berries and seeds, that was the type of beak that would be able to hunt berries and seeds better. So it is important to have this concept of adaptability in mind because people often misinterpret the theory of evolution. People think that it's the biggest and the strongest species that are able to survive, or that it's the smartest. But really, it's neither. Think about it. It's the most adaptable. So why am I telling you this? Adaptability is a key to life. We are living in a world right now that's changing faster than ever. At every moment, people are coming up with new ideas, with new inventions. And if we want to be able to keep up with that, we have to be able to change with it. So how do we include change into our life? Well, picture this. You're a one-trick pony. You have the same solution to the same problem that you've had for years. But what if that problem isn't the same anymore? Then you have to go home. But what if you're a team of diverse and inclusive people? You're able to attack the problem because people have different experiences and different ideas and perspectives on it. That way, you are able to adapt into this new world and change with it, because you are able to keep up with it. My name is Daniela Remmers. I'm American, German, and Mexican, and I've been surrounded by a diverse community for the majority of my life. So, how does diversity impact an individual, and how does it affect a company? Well, that's like asking, how does diversity make you happy and successful? By diversity, I mean a different type of age and different type of gender, sexual orientation, what religion you are, and what race or ethnicity you are. A group of all these people are what makes a diverse community. So it's important to be surrounded by diverse communities because they help you as an individual be happier. Harvard released a study that lasted 80 years long, and after research and analytics, they finally concluded that the key to happiness is good relationships. Think about it. How do you feel when you're with your family or with your friends? You feel happy. How do you feel when you're having a good time? You feel happy. So if you're being exclusive to a specific type of group of people that only get a specific type of income, only a specific type of gender, maybe a specific type of region, you're all from like the same place. Think about all the religions and ethnicities and income levels, people with disabilities, people without disabilities, all those people that you're missing out on. Your potential best friend could be out there. So that key to happiness and belonging is something that can come from that diverse community. We also become more open-minded, because when we are open-minded, we are more receptive to new ideas. And we also have better communication skills. So it's super important that this diversity comes hand in hand with inclusion, because diversity without inclusion equals chaos. Everybody's going to think that they're right, people are going to talk over each other, and it's like the opposite of teamwork. So when we have inclusion added to the mix, we all become a part of a team, and we develop a growth mindset. So when you have inclusion, you see failure as a second chance to improve, and you see critical feedback as a good way to improve on a project instead of a personal attack. So that's how diversity and inclusion impacts you. It makes you happy. And how does that impact a company? Well, this is the side that people talk about a little bit more. 2 out of 3 people fill out on a job resume or on a college application that they are looking for a diverse community to work with. And that makes sense, because you want to meet new people. How does it impact the workplace? Well, diverse communities and workplaces make 87% of the time better decisions. And they are able to make faster decisions in half the amount of meetings in twice the amount of time. But why is that? Well, it's very simple. Because when you have multiple people, you can get all hands on deck. People come from different experiences, people have different perspectives. You pool all your talents together and you attack the problem head on to find a solution. This is super important. Now, picture this. You have 3 teams. You have a team with no diversity. It's all basically the same gender, everybody's kind of from the same place, everybody has around the same age and the same income. And if you're attacked with this new problem, you're only going to have a few perspectives on how to solve it. The second team is diverse, but there's no inclusivity. So everybody's going to be shouting over each other, and everybody has great things to offer, but nobody's cooperating. And lastly, you have a diverse and inclusive team. People have new perspectives, people listen to each other, and people find a solution. And that is what you're looking for in a successful team. And that's why 87% of the time, teams make better solutions. In universities like Harvard and UCLA, they conducted a research study interviewing around 4,000 students. All those 4,000 students reflected in the research, and analytics finally found out that diverse communities in both professors and around them make a better environment. So grades did improve, and the social life of the campus also improved. It is super important that we teach my generation, your generation, and the generations to come that diversity is key to succeed. Because when we have this, we make the world a better place. How do we do that though? How do we implement diversity into our lives? Well, we have to be open-minded to take the first step, and we have to teach the young kids out there how to be diverse by making diversity a priority in educational systems, by making exchange programs more offerable, and by making students from all over more welcome. Because if we have that, then we are more able to succeed. And that's why I think we should all be a little bit like Galapagos bird finches. We should be adaptable to the new changes that are to come for the generations in the future. Thank you.